California is the first state in the nation that has agreed to pay a transgender inmate's sex reassignment surgery. This decision comes after Shiloh Quine, the inmate who entered the California prison system in 1980, she sued the state seeking the surgery as a, quote, medical necessity. Well, Quine entered the prison system as Rodney after being convicted of robbery, kidnapping, and murder. You know, Jose, getting the state of California to pay for your sex change, that is no small feat. They were citing the 8th Amendment here, saying that it was cruel and unusual punishment to keep her male when she's clearly suicidal. She had a treasure trove of doctors coming out and supporting her. She sued and won, if you can believe that. They're paying for an inmate who was convicted of murder a sex reassignment surgery.
Yeah, and she used a very specific legal workway to do it. She used the federal law to sue the state with the 8th Amendment because she felt that it was unjust for her to live as a man when she clearly wanted to be a woman. I'm all about, transgender rights. I'm all about equal rights. But it's really confusing and upsetting at the same time to see that there's many law-abiding trans citizens that are waiting for their chance and are, earning the money to do this. Law-abiding people.
Who
and this
are
guy
paying the
gets it for free.
taxes that are actually being funneled into this inmate. People's tax dollars are supporting, prison programs around the state, especially state tax dollars. And that money, it's not going back to you if you need a sex reassignment surgery. We're giving it to a convicted murderer. Now, this was made possible, her victory was made possible by another inmate, Michelle Norsworthy. She was born as Jeffrey, who in April won in a federal court order for a surgery to reshape her genitals. But Governor Jerry Brown, they allowed a parole grant for Norsworthy instead, so that vacated that ruling. It made it moot. The appellate appeal was to hear California's legal challenge. So this woman, Shiloh, coming on the heels of that decision, even though they didn't have to give the sex change in this case, they still awarded it. She comes on the heels of this and says, me too. We have 400 inmates in the state of California receiving hormone replacement therapy. That's a lot of money.
I think that the debate at the heart of the 8th Amendment is that sometimes it forces states to treat inmates with privileges that law-abiding citizens never get.
That's absolutely what it does.
And it's really controversial.
Classic example in this case. I don't know what the answer is. You don't want people to live in pain. You don't want people to be confused. But at the same time, are you kidding me? We're talking about a convicted murderer receiving the equivalent. That has life in prison for a sentence.
I mean, it's not even like she's going to be able to go out and
she might still be using those
her life
inside, though. You never know. But I mean, that's a different.
It's a different story, yeah. But where are we putting? California is recovering little by little from being economically depressed, and we see that they settle with the federal lawsuit to provide this service.
$25,000 is what a typical transgender sex.
But I think it's more important than that is the precedent, because this is the second case that we see.
So the 400 on hormone therapy, are they going to have to do the same for all 400 of those wanting a sex reassignment?
Well, no, we don't. Now there is precedent for that.
Now there's precedent. Anyway, we'd love to know what you think about Shiloh's case. Convicted of robbery, kidnapping, and murder, but the state of California says yes to your sex assignment resurgery, and hey, we're going to take it and foot the bill for it. Log on, post those comments below while you're at it. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel, and of course, subscribe to the Lib TV 2 for more.